So there's some things I've been thinking about as far as autonomous trucks go and electric trucks go and diesel trucks. And there's one thing that I thought that may give diesel trucks a little bit of an advantage when we get to the point where we have autonomous trucks, fully autonomous trucks. Right now, when you look at hours of service regulations, a driver can only drive 11 hours in the US, and the trucks are basically limited by the drivers. Now, I think that when we get to switching to electric trucks, since the driver will still only be allowed to drive 11 hours and you still have to take a 30-minute break, as long as you can add enough charge during that time, then I don't think there's going to be any significant loss when you switch to electric trucks. Basically, the truck will just be charging during the times where drivers are required to be taking breaks. But what about 10, 20, 30 years from now? I don't know how long it's going to take. It might take longer than that. They might roll out something tomorrow. But what about when we get to a point where there is no driver and you don't need a driver at all? This is where I think diesel trucks might make a little more sense. Diesel engines are made to just run all day if you want them to. Some drivers don't really turn their trucks off. It's not uncommon for a driver to go into the truck stop and leave their truck outside running while they have their spare key and have their normal key locked inside the truck. But the driver is the one that's required to go off duty, not necessarily the truck. So an autonomous diesel truck would be able to take something all the way from the East Coast and drive it all the way across the country to the West Coast without necessarily stopping, as long as it has enough fuel. An electric truck will still need to stop a couple times and charge. So whether Tesla Semi, or I guess it would be a next gen Tesla Semi that's fully autonomous, where that would save money from buying diesel. If there was a theoretical diesel fully autonomous truck, you can save time by never ever having to stop. This does come with one caveat, and that's that battery technology hasn't gotten to a point where the range and the charging time is an insignificant disadvantage as far as having a diesel truck that can go all the time. If you had a battery that can go for, say, 2,000 miles and it could charge itself in 15 minutes, then it probably wouldn't be worth your while to be paying for diesel anyway. This could also work, I guess, in the more short-term future for platooning. Let's say the trucks are fully autonomous, but only on the highways. I would imagine the driver would be able to log sleeper berth off duty time while the truck is driving itself. And the driver can take over and go on duty and driving when it's time to bring the truck into cities or on local roads. And in that situation, also, the driver's hours of service wouldn't be what's limiting the truck from racking up miles on the roads. So that's my thoughts on that. I didn't want to come off too Tesla fanboyish. I don't want to seem like I'm saying doom and gloom for diesel trucks like tomorrow. So those are my thoughts on how diesel powered trucks could have some advantages over electric trucks in the near future.